So tell me, world, are you scared of the dark? When it all goes down and the lights go out, I'm not the one you wanna see. Some will and some won't, some do and some don't. Now tell me who you're gonna be. See, I couldn't really give a fuck if I am so unbearable. All that I really care about is that I'm uncomparable. They're bigger than me and they're quicker than me, but they know that nobody is sicker than me, cause they can kill X and they can kill Y.
The crowd are still talking about the ball by Zaha. What an unbelievable, majestic, gracious, quality ball played by Zaha through to Filippo to set him on his way for him to score the goal to put us back in this game. The players are looking anxious and nervous. They need to hold their bottle. They need to man up. They need to take their opportunities. We have wasted 3 to 5 to 6 great opportunities and we just can't afford to do that against the teams of the standard of Milan. We have got to take our chances in this second half. We have got to stand up and be counted. We are West Ham. And it's about time we lived up to our reputation. So Zaha is looking very, very well. Played a great first half. The ball he knocked through to Filippo was just unbelievable. But it's time to make some changes. We're going to bring on Carlos Tevez for Benzia. And we're going to bring Tremel on for Ravel Morrison in the hope that we can find a little bit of guile, that little bit of edge, and take the tie to Milan and get ourselves into the next round of the Cup. And Gudetti has a great opportunity yet again. That has to be the third opportunity this game that Gudetti has squandered. Fantastic play from not only Tevez but Filippo to set him free. And again, he's wasted it. These chances are mounting up for West Ham. And Filippo, out of pure anger and frustration, launches an almighty shot from at least 45-50 yards that troubled the Milan goalkeeper. He was struggling to save that. The corner comes in, great corner, but it's defended with ease again. The boys are just not applying enough pressure in the air. When you have the likes of Callas and Kolka, you expect them to be winning the ball. Zaha knocking the ball into Tremel. Tremel, who's only 16, breaking into the first team, playing magnificently, cuts inside, goes for the shot, and forces the keeper into a save. And Adrian again with a great follow-up shot. But a huge save by the Milan goalkeeper. Milan are literally hanging on. Tevez to Gudetti. Gudetti pulls the trigger and it's wide of the post. Attempt number 4 for John Gudetti has gone wide. Really not been his night. Really not been West Ham's night. They have had up-teen chances. They have really dominated this game in such a fantastic fashion. But they've just lacked that cutting edge. That wee bit of goal that you need. And also that wee bit of luck has just not gone their way. The ball played by Zaha in the first half will live long in the memory of the West Ham fans. But it will mean absolutely nothing if they get knocked out of the Champions Cup. And Milan are applying pressure for once, but Callas brings the ball out, showing his strength, knocking the ball into Tremel. Tremel breaking into the Milan half, knocking the ball into Gudetti. Gudetti has time. He puts the ball out to Zaha. Zaha looks absolutely knackered, struggling to get forward, tries to play the ball through, but it's defended very well. Cuts the ball back, and again, Milan defend the crosses so well. They have been huge at defending crosses all game. And unfortunately, the referee has just blown the whistle. West Ham United 1, Milan 2, but the aggregate score, West Ham United 2, Milan 3. And it has to be said that the chances missed in the San Siro, the chances missed at Upton Park have cost West Ham United, unfortunately. And that is a huge and a great shame. To play so well and to lose is just absolutely devastating. Absolutely devastating. But we have to get our focus back. We have a very tough game. We're going away to Huddersfield and we cannot underestimate any side at this moment in time. Their current form is not the greatest, but that doesn't mean anything in this league. And as you can see, we are sitting proudly in second place. We need to get some victories. We need to apply pressure to Spurs. But not only that, we need to get some points on the board to make sure that, worst case scenario, we can finish second in this league, because that will be success in my personal opinion. Though a title would be even greater success. But Ryan in the centre of the park, knocking the ball out to Diami. Diami into Isco. Isco into Nelson Olivera. Olivera turns his defender and sticks it into the top corner after 3 minutes. What a fantastic goal by Nelson Olivera. He's been guilty ever since signing for the club for missing gilt-edge opportunities, not taking his chances, not being the player that the West Ham fans and the management hoped he would. But again, Isco, the Spanish lad on the right-hand side, knocking the ball back into Walker. Walker into Eduardo. Eduardo knocking the ball out to Shaw. Shaw cuts inside. Feeds the ball into Diami, and it's so nice to see West Ham knocking the ball round so graciously. Walker getting forward, trying to cause problems. feeds the ball back in Diarmi. Diarmi back in the side before his experience and the fact that he's just an absolute legend. Knocking it into Eduardo. Eduardo into Shaw. Shaw cuts inside, looks to shoot, but passes it on to Olivera. Olivera squares it to Isco, and unfortunately Isco is dispossessed. But what beautiful football West Ham are playing at this moment in time. They're trying to get rid of the memory of the Milan game, where they dominated for so long, but just did not have that cutting edge. The ball's with Diarmi. Diarmi onto his left foot. He goes for a shot. It's deflected wide. And West Ham are really turning up the pressure on Huddersfield at this moment in time. Huddersfield are really struggling to live with them. And that is a cracking header from Stevie G. Or Stevie C, I should say. Not Stevie fucking G. Stephen Colker with an absolute towering header there in the 20th minute to make the score Huddersfield 0, West Ham United 2. And the ghosts of Milan are slowly departing. Ryan in the centre of the park, knocking it into Olivera. Olivera trying to play the through ball. That was a nice thought, but Eduardo gets the header back. Goes to Nelson. Olivera! What a shot from Olivera in the 25th minute. An absolute rocket launcher. And it looks like he's going over to the West Ham management. I think he's making a huge point that he does have a future at West Ham United, that he does not want to be sold. There's a lot of rumours at this moment in time going around that Nelson Olivera could be on his way out in the summer, which would be a big shot, not only to the player, but you know, some of the fans are not happy with his contribution to the season, which has been justified by the fact he has not scored a lot of goals in his current campaign. But it's never been the West Ham way. They've always allowed players to settle in and find themselves. You know, if you cast your memory back, I mean, Gabs came in, he didn't find his scoring shoes for a good few weeks, but once he did, he was phenomenal, and hopefully the same will happen with Nelson Olivera. Perhaps he will kick on from this performance, because he has absolutely been fantastic, causing Huddersfield so much trouble up top. It's been a great performance, and I'm sure John Guidetti might now be looking over his shoulder, considering he missed so many chances against Milan. He could be seriously looking over his shoulder and thinking, hold on, I could have some issues here. The referee blows the full-time whistle. Huddersfield 0, West Ham United 3, and that is a huge result, an absolutely magnificent result. And this gives us a fantastic opportunity to have a wee look at a squad report. Something we haven't done for a little while is have a look at a squad report. So we're going to have a wee look at a squad report, see how the players are doing, see how the players are progressing. And I've got to say, look at Jack Butland. He is just phenomenal. He just gets better and better and better and better and better. Colker is audacious. The guys we have at the back, Callas, Colker, are just magnificent. Look at Tremel. Oh my God, this guy is going to be an absolute hero. 16 years old, rated 74, already worth 7 million. Filippo, we need to say nothing about. Gab's unhappy, but he hasn't gone down in ratings, and he's hit 30, which is fantastic. So I'm happy with that. John Guidetti appears to be unhappy. I'm not 100% sure why he is unhappy at this moment in time. We'll have to have a little look into his profile, see what's going on with him. Yazim Benzir is just unbelievable statistics. Isco, my God, his statistics are amazing. He's at this moment in time disappointed at his lack of matches, which is a bit of a shame. He hasn't missed that many matches across the whole of the season, to be fair. So I'm hoping that he's going to man up a little bit. Miguel, who is playing so well for the development squad, he really is on fire at this moment in time. I'm looking forward to seeing him in the next episode in the development squad, see how those boys are coming along, because the development squad, really, at this moment in time, we've got some cracking players in that team. Some players who could really develop into absolute superstars, in my personal opinion. And I can't wait to see when Danny Barrera actually turns to 16 and we can actually sign him. I mean, he's such a great goalkeeper. You know, he's been likened to Casillas and De Gea as the next greatest Spanish keeper, which is a huge accolade when you bear in mind the lad is 15 years old. As we know, Real Madrid and Barcelona are still currently, at this moment in time, sniffing around him. And the outside bet is, if he was going to go back to Spain, he would actually go back to Atletico Madrid, because he's an Atletico Madrid fan. So that could be a bit of a kick in the teeth for Real Madrid and Barcelona, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, we have a tough away tie again, back-to-back away games, and this time we're playing at Swansea, and we know Swansea can knock the ball around gracefully, as they're doing at this moment in time. They're absolutely tearing us apart with fantastic football. Daniels, the young England international, pulls the ball back across for Routledge, and Routledge just slots the ball home after 14 minutes to really put West Ham in their place. They're being absolutely dominated at this moment in time, being outplayed by Swansea. Swansea are playing such beautiful cultured football. It really does remind me of West Ham United in Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. Just not this season. They just have not been the same side. It's been really frustrating from a managerial point of view, and I'm sure from a fan's point of view, to see West Ham struggle. Even though we are second in the league at this moment in time and currently losing 1-0 to Swansea. But Adrian, what happened to Adrian there? He went to control the ball. He completely misses it and set Swansea up on a counter-attack with ex-West Ham United player Dorian Jean doing some work down the left-hand side, playing a nice 1-2. Gets the ball back, accelerating down the left-hand side, but he has Stefan to contend with, and Stefan magnificently reads the play, takes the ball off him. But again, Dorian Jean on the attack, plays a wonderful ball through into Lucas. The ball comes out to Daniels. Daniels is man-handled, but great play by West Ham United. But again, Swansea just breaking through West Ham as if they don't exist. This is not good. This is not good. We're going to go into the changing room and see what the West Ham manager actually has to say to the lads during a half-time interview. Come on, boys, you've got to believe. We are West Ham United. Some of you are playing for your fucking career. Remember the shirt you're fucking wearing. The claret and fucking blue. Come on, boys. Dig deep and show me what you are made of. Isco, get the ball more, son. You've got to move a little bit more. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Good second half. Good second half.